Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Quinn Mentioned, Ridge's grim discovery, Carter and Hope flirt. Is eventually then. In Moment's occasion, Ridge Forrester learns of Taylor Hayes' heart failure opinion. Carter Walton and Hope Logan continue flirting. Plus, Will Spencer tells Katie Logan about his transfer. B&B spoilers, John Finnegan's consolation. B&B recap for Monday, September 30th reveals that Taylor is still passed out. Ridge runs over and tries to wake her up. John Finnegan and Steffi Forrester Finnegan kiss in the Forrester Creations CEO office. Finn tells Steffi that Hope isn't on his radar. Steffi reasons that Finn is on Hope's radar. Finn gushes about how beautiful Steffi is. Steffi smiles and they kiss again. Carter tries to get Hope on board with his idea. Hope says lingerie is further of her mama's thing. That's exactly why Carter thinks that Hope should do it. Carter thinks it'll catch HFTF on fire again. Hope adds that it means Carter has been allowing about her in lingerie. Katie and Will stay for a table at Il Giardino. Will has heard all about the eatery and its history. Katie says it's still one of her favorite cafes. Will wants to talk to Katie about Bill Spencer, the bold and the beautiful spoilers. Will Spencer's truth bomb Will and Katie get a table. Katie asks how Will would feel if she did reunite with Bill. Will isn't a child presently and it doesn't count what he thinks or wants. Will's only concern is for his mama. Carter admits he has been allowing about Hope in lingerie, but it's good for business. Hope thinks Carter is just flattering her. Carter says he's not and wonders if he's overstepping. Hope says it's been so long that it's nice someone is allowing about her in undergarments. Carter and Hope laugh. Finn assures Steffi that she doesn't have to worry about Hope. Eric Forrester walks by and interrupts. Eric is pleased with the way business is going. Eric gushes about Brooke's bedroom's success. Eric admits that it was Ridge's instincts. Eric loves how passionate and agitated Ridge is right now. Steffi agrees and credits Taylor. Ridge is still trying to help Taylor. Eventually, Taylor begins stirring. Taylor starts to sit up as Ridge addresses about getting her to the sanitarium. Taylor begs Ridge not to do it and physically pushes his phone down. Katie thinks that Bill is sincere and that he's done work on himself. There's hesitancy in Katie's voice, however. Will tells his mama that Bill knows how important he meddled effects up. Will brings up Katie's devotion. Will says that Bill tore their whole family piecemeal by having an affair with Katie's family, Brooke Logan. Katie lets out a frustrated shriek. Katie doesn't want Will to condemn Bill or Brooke. Katie says it happened times agone. And there were a lot of deodorizing circumstances. Will tells Katie that if she's going to reunite with Bill, don't do it for him. Carter Walton's Flirting the Bold and the Beautiful recap for Monday, September 30th reveals Hope tells Carter that the last man who saw her in lingerie took her son and moved to another country. Carter mentions the curse of the office love. Hope brings up Carter and Quinn Forrester's libelous history. Carter doesn't feel good about going behind everyone's tails, but hints it was instigative. Finn and Steffi continue gushing about Taylor to Eric. The primogenitor tells Steffi that indeed though ground are together, Ridge cares veritably important for Taylor. Steffi says Taylor and Ridge will be connected until their veritably last breath. Ridge helps Taylor up. Ridge wants to take Taylor to the sanitarium, but she refuses. As we prognosticated last week, Taylor claims she didn't eat enough and claims that's why she passed out. Taylor also tries to say she hasn't been sleeping enough. Ridge calls BS on Taylor's defenses and still wants her to get checked out. Taylor says she's a croaker. And knows what this is. Ridge wants to know what this is, too. Taylor says she's not going to a sanitarium and Ridge cannot tell Steffi. Will tells Katie that there are corridor of Bill he authentically admires. Still, he wishes that Bill would be a man that he can look up to. Will tells Katie that he's seen how Bill operates and how he treated her, breaking hearts and smashing CEO companies and whatever he does. Will says Katie has exfoliate enough gashes because of Bill. The Bold and the Beautiful recap Monday, September 30th, 2024. Carter and Hope continue talking about Eric, Quinn, and Donna Logan. Eric interrupts. Zend Forrester Dominguez was supposed to leave a sketch for Eric. As Eric looks at designs, he makes small talk about Brooke. Eric defenses himself, leaving Hope and Carter alone again. Carter talks about how forgiving Eric is. Carter and Hope still say office loves are a bad idea. Seems they're trying to move themselves further than observers. Finn says Taylor makes Steffi more predicated. Steffi knows her family isn't perfect, but she's a family with Thomas Forrester, Ridge, and Taylor, and nothing will change that. Taylor tells Ridge that going to the sanitarium won't be any help. Ridge is upset. Ridge drapes his suit jacket around Taylor's shoulders. Taylor admits these attacks have happened ahead. Ridge says it's not a fear or anxiety attack. Ridge wants the verity from Taylor. Will tells Katie that it's hard to look at Bill else now. Will says, he betrayed you, he betrayed me. At the same time, Will says he's not going to hold a grudge. Katie thinks that there still needs to be further mending. Katie urges Will to keep communicating. Will also tells Katie that he's transferring seminaries, he's staying in LA. Will thinks this is where he needs to be to cover Katie. They embrace. Carter mentions to Hope that they're both hot and attracted to one another. Hope calls it dangerous and parlous. Hope brings up lingerie again and says she'll suppose about it. Carter says he'll suppose about her in lingerie, too. The flirting seems veritably royal and sweet between them. Steffi doesn't want to be piecemeal from her mama ever again. Taylor wants Ridge to be sure that Steffi will be okay. Ridge doesn't understand. Taylor says she has heart failure. Ridge gulps and his voice is cracked as he repeats the opinion. Taylor says she doesn't have long, and she's dying. The occasion ends with Ridge shell-shocked over Taylor's medical concession. Ridge refuses to accept Taylor's opinion. Brooke snaps at Steffi. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, October 1st, reveal that Ridge Forrester will struggle to reuse the news that Taylor Hayes just delivered. Taylor confessed she has heart failure and that she doesn't have long to live, so Ridge's own heart will break at the study of losing her ever. It won't take long for Ridge to decide he just can't accept that. Ridge will refuse to believe Taylor's opinion, at least not until she gets an alternate opinion. Taylor isn't seen an factual cardiologist yet, so Ridge will feel like there's still a chance her croaker in Europe was wrong. Whatever the case, Ridge won't be suitable to handle the idea of Taylor's demise, so he'll prompt her not to give up on her future. Other B&B spoilers say Steffi Forrester will come decreasingly fixated on the notion of her parents getting back together. Steffi has pledged not to play matchmaker, but she still hopes Ridge and Taylor will find their way back to each other. As far as Steffi's concerned, Taylor and Ridge have a glamorous pull that always puts them back in each other's route. Now that Taylor is in Los Angeles again, Steffi will be induced that Ridge and Taylor's reunion could be on the horizon. Steffi will drop some hints on Tuesday's occasion and maybe suggest fortune isn't as important on Brooke's side as she thinks. Brooke won't appreciate Steffi's commentary and may snap at her as she offers a harsh memorial. Ridge is committed to Brooke, so she'll suppose that should count for commodity. Brooke will feel confident in the bond she has with Ridge, but Steffi won't suppose it's wise to ignore the deep connection between her pater and Taylor. Now that Taylor has filled Ridge in on her medical fire, his attention is each on her. That could work to Taylor's advantage when it comes to potentially winning Ridge back, but her health extremity will come with some twists and turns soon. Our prognostications suggest Brooke, Ridge and Taylor's love triangle could come back in full force, so we'll bring you updates on what's ahead for these three. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Brooke's confidence in Ridge's commitment could be shaken ultimately, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for Monday, September 30th, reveals that Taylor Hayes recaptured knowledge and wouldn't let Ridge Forrester call for an ambulance. Taylor tried to make defenses for her conking spell, but Ridge could tell commodity more serious was going on. Nonetheless, Taylor refused to go to the sanitarium and didn't want Ridge telling Steffi Forrester about this since it would upset her. After Ridge quizzed Taylor a bit more, she admitted she spoke to a croaker. In Europe, Taylor confessed that she had heart failure and that she didn't have long to live, so Ridge was stupefied. Coming on Monday's B&B occasion, John Finnegan formally again reminded Steffi that he only had eyes for her, so there was no need to worry about Hope Logan. Once Eric Forrester arrived, Steffi talked to him about Taylor's homecoming and the positive effect on Ridge. From Steffi's perspective, Ridge and Taylor had an unbreakable bond, so she made a vaticination about them being connected until their last breath. Finn allowed. Taylor's return had been good for Steffi too, so she said she no way wanted to be piecemeal from her mama ever again. In the design office at Forrester Creations, Hope agreed to suppose about Carter Walton's idea of her modeling lingerie and continued their collective flirting. Although Carter and Hope bandied how office loves were cursed, it still sounded like B&B was laying the route for them to get together. Hope looked a bit flustered as she got tangled up with Carter when they reached for the same thing. At Il Giardino, Will Spencer arrived with Katie Logan for lunch, which led to a discussion about his passions regarding Bill Spencer. Still, Will claimed she shouldn't do it because of him if Katie was indeed allowing about taking Bill back. Although Will claimed he wasn't still angry with Bill, Katie could tell their relationship was strained. There were corridors of Bill that Will admired, but Will didn't like how his pater treated Katie and allowed she'd exfoliate too numerous gashes over her partner. At some point, Will allowed enough had to be enough. It was hard for Will to look at Bill the same because of his conduct, but he assured Katie that he wasn't holding a grudge. Katie was glad that Will got some effects off his casket and felt comfortable opening up to her. When Will gave Katie updates on his decision to transfer seminaries and stay in Los Angeles, she was thrilled. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Will and Bill could have further conflict ahead due to Will's forthcoming job at Forrester Creations, so stay tuned to see how that news will affect them.